On the first no one is Eike Batista.
Who is Eike Batista? Eike Batista is a Brazilian businessman who, at one point, was considered one of the richest people in the world. Born in 1956 in Rio de Janeiro, he came from a family with a background in engineering and business. Batista rose to fame by founding the Ibex Group, a conglomerate that spanned industries such as oil, mining, energy, and logistics. His most notable company was Ox, an oil exploration firm which initially promised vast reserves offshore, attracting significant investment. How he collapsed at the peak of his success in 2012, Batista's wealth reached a staggering $30 billion, making him one of the world's wealthiest individuals. However, his fortune began to unravel in 2013. Odex fuels, once expected to be highly lucrative, turned out to be underperforming, with much lower production than initially promised. This led to a massive drop in Odex stock price and, eventually, the company filed for bankruptcy with over $5 billion in debt. Batista's other companies also faced financial trouble, and his empire began to collapse. His reliance on speculative ventures and an over-leveraged business model left him vulnerable to market shifts. By 2014, his net worth had fallen from $30 billion. In addition to the financial collapse, Batista was arrested in 2017 as part of Brazil's Operation Car Wash corruption scandal. He was charged with bribery, money laundering, and corruption, further tarnishing his reputation. Despite efforts to rebuild, Batista's story serves as a cautionary tale of how quickly wealth can disappear when businesses rely on overblown promises and high-risk ventures.
The second no is Sean Quinn.
Sean Quinn is an Irish businessman who was once one of Ireland's wealthiest individuals, but his financial downfall serves as a cautionary tale of how quickly fortunes can change. Born in 1947 in County Cavan, Ireland, Sean Quinn founded the Quinn Group, a conglomerate that began with a quarrying business but expanded into sectors such as insurance, glass manufacturing, and cement. Quinn's business empire grew rapidly over the years, and by the mid-2000s, he was Ireland's richest man, with a fortune estimated at over $6 billion. His wealth was largely built on his ownership of Quinn Insurance, a company that made him famous in Ireland and beyond. The Quinn Group was one of the largest employers in Ireland, and Quinn himself was widely admired for his rags-to-riches story. He had a reputation for being a self-made entrepreneur who believed in reinvesting his wealth into expanding his businesses. Sean Quinn collapsed. However, Sean Quinn's empire began to crumble during the global financial crisis of 2008. Quinn had made massive investments in the Irish property market and banking sector, particularly through his stake in Anglo-Irish Bank. When the Irish property bubble burst, the bank faced severe financial difficulties, and Quinn's investments became liabilities rather than assets. His large debts to Anglo-Irish Bank and other creditors ultimately led to a financial disaster. By 2011, Quinn Insurance was placed under administration, and the Quinn family lost control of it. The business was sold off to Liberty Mutual Insurance, a major U.S.-based insurance company. This marked the end of Quinn's once thriving empire. His personal financial situation worsened, and in 2014, Sean Quinn was declared bankrupt. In addition to his financial downfall, Quinn faced legal challenges, including a fraud investigation related to his activities during the collapse of Quinn Insurance. Despite efforts to rebuild his life and business ventures, Quinn's story highlights the risks of over-leveraging and the unpredictability of financial markets. His rise and fall remain a significant chapter in Ireland's economic history.
The THIRD is RECHARDBANSON.
Richard Branson is a British entrepreneur best known for founding the Virgin Group, a global conglomerate with businesses spanning music, airlines, telecommunications, and space travel. Born in 1950 in London, Branson struggled with dyslexia as a child but showed an early interest in business. His first venture was a magazine called Student, which he launched at the age of 16. This marked the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey. In 1972, Branson founded Virgin Records, a music label that helped launch the careers of artists like the Sex Pistols and Mike Oldfield. The success of Virgin Records allowed him to expand his brand into other industries. In 1984, Branson launched Virgin Atlantic Airways, challenging established airlines with a focus on customer service and a unique brand. His willingness to take risks and innovate helped him grow Virgin into one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Richard Branson's collapse. Despite his success, Branson's ventures haven't always been smooth sailing. In the 1990s, the Virgin Group expanded into telecommunications with Virgin Mobile and even attempted to break into the internet service provider market. However, some of his ventures faced financial struggles, and Branson had to sell stakes in several companies to stay afloat. One of the most significant setbacks occurred with Virgin Cola, which failed to compete with global giants like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Branson's ambition extended into space travel with the founding of Virgin Galactic in 2004. The goal was to make commercial space travel a reality. While Virgin Galactic faced technical delays and financial challenges, Branson's vision for space tourism has continued to gain attention, culminating in successful test flights in recent years. Though Branson has experienced financial setbacks, his ability to bounce back is a testament to his resilience. His story is one of bold risks, entrepreneurial spirit, and the willingness to pursue ambitious dreams, even when faced with failure.